Hello everyone. In this presentation, we will see how to draw vector or what we call it as a phasor diagram for the measurement of parameters of a choke coil using 3 voltmeter method. So this is the diagram what we are going to use in terms of circuit for the measurement of parameters in a choke coil using 3 voltmeter method. Why it is called as 3 voltmeter method? Because here we are using 3 different voltmeters, one for measurement of the source voltage or the applied supply voltage, another one is to measure the voltage across the resistance, and third one is to measure the voltage across the choke coil. So how to conduct this particular experiment, the video of the experiment is already provided to you, so you can just verify how to conduct the experiment by using that particular presentation. So as you already know, this is called as an auto transformer. So this particular auto transformer, you have to keep it in the minimum possible position, and you are supposed to close this DPSC, what we call it as a double pole single throw type of switch. It has to be closed, and you are going to then switch on the power supply, and you are going to vary this auto transformer. So auto transformer is rated for 230 volts over here. So uh, or you are going to take it for different types of readings, say 80 volts, 120 volts, 130 volts, like that. Once you are going to change this particular auto transformer position from the minimum to the maximum, you can measure the three distinct voltages or the voltmeter readings. So one is the source voltage Vs, another one is the VR, what we call it as the voltage appearing across this particular resistance, and the third one is the voltage which is going to appear across this particular choke coil. So as you already know, choke coil means it is represented in terms of a resistance as well as an inductor. So it is R, and this is represented as L, or I will state it as R of a coil in this particular case, and L I will represent it as the inductance of a coil. So this entire diagram, that is combination of a resistance as well as an inductor, will comprise of a choke coil. So now we have to see how we are going to draw the phasor, or what we call it as a vector representation for this particular circuit diagram. So as you already know, what is the relationship between the current as well as the voltage in terms of a pure resistive, pure inductive, pure capacitive component, also when it is having a mixture of these components. So in this particular diagram, if you see, I am having distinct voltages marked over the different lines. So I am considering the reference line or the reference axis as current axis, which is I. So if I want to draw the representation, so I am going to consider this particular x-axis as the current I. So with reference to the current I, if I want to explain, you know VR stands for the pure resistance circuit, Vs is the supply voltage, that is this particular voltage value what you are going to obtain experimental wise, and V coil is this particular voltmeter reading what you are going to get again from the experimental values, and VL coil and VR coil you are going to measure what is this particular voltage, that is voltage across this particular resistance, and what is the voltage across this particular inductance in a formation of a coil structure. So that will be your VR coil as well as VL coil. This you are going to calculate it. So these three readings we are going to obtain it from this particular experiment. So Vs means this reading, VR means I have to take this particular voltmeter reading, and similarly V choke coil or V coil means I have to take a reading which I am going to obtain from this particular voltmeter. So these two readings we won't get it from the experimental values, we are going to perform it theoretically with the help of the obtained experimental values. So let me just explain you how you will be drawing this particular vector diagram. So we have considered here the reference axis as I. So as I already know, in terms of pure resistor value, the current I and the voltage V are in phase with each other. So the current and voltages are in in phase with each other. So please note that this is the voltage V, and if I want to consider it in terms of, this is in terms of pure resistance circuit. If I am considering it in terms of an inductor or in terms of a coil, so I is going to lag voltage. I is lagging the voltage in case of an inductor. So with the help of these two base characteristics, we are going to draw the phasor diagram. So now if you see or look into this particular diagram, so VR is nothing but the voltage which is appearing across this resistor. So it is a pure resistor. So resistor and current should be in phase. So it is along the axis of the current itself. If you see the value of the voltage that is appearing across the resistive coil, it is slightly larger when compared to the normal voltage across the resistance. Even the ratings you can see over here, the voltage rating is quite small when compared with the choke coil voltage rating. What you are going to see, it is showing me the range from 0 to 300 volts. This is just 75 or 150 volts. So now that particular value is slightly more, so you are getting it greater than a value of VR. So VR coil, once again R stands for a resistive component. VR coil is nothing but this one. So resistor, if you have to check out the relationship in terms of a current as well as voltage. So in case of a pure resistor, the current and voltage are in phase with each other once again. So again it has to be drawn on the x-axis or on the axis of the current itself. So VR coil will also appear over here. What about the value Vs as well as V coil? So if you see from this particular circuit diagram, Vs value will be if I apply the parallelogram law of, if I apply the Pythagoras theorem, then I will come to know about the relationship between each and every individual voltage over here. So if you consider VL, or if you consider the voltage appearing across the coil, both of these will be behaving somewhat like an inductor component. So we know that it is not a pure resistive component. So in case of inductor, the current has to lag the voltage, or in other terms, voltage leads the current value. So if you see this particular diagram over here, current is coming after the component of voltage in both the cases. So now if I want to find out what is Vs, Vs is comprising of these two voltages, that is VR as well as the V coil. So Vs is the total value. So that total value appears over here. So the combination of VR and V coil will yield me the Vs value. That's why it is drawn like this, and this particular side we are having the voltage source, that is the source voltage Vs. Similarly, if I want to find out what is V coil, V coil is nothing but the voltage which is appearing across this particular choke coil. It is comprising of a resistor as well as an inductor. So the combination of the voltage which is appearing across the resistive coil as well as an inductive coil will give me the entire choke coil voltage. So this is your entire choke coil voltage. It is comprising of VR coil, which is in phase with the current, and VL coil, which is nothing but lagging the current. Voltage across the coil is that is the inductive voltage across the coil is going to lag the current. So the combination of these two voltage will be resulting in the formation of coil voltage. So that is how this particular phasor diagram or the vector diagram is drawn. So next we will see what is the calculation part or the tabular column, what you are supposed to fill it up. So once again, this is the vector or the phasor representation, and in your lab manual, the tabular column, what you are supposed to fill it up will look something like this. So in this particular case, the voltage Vs, voltage VR, voltage V coil, and the current I. So these four readings you will be getting it from the experimental setup. So these from the 3 voltmeter method, and there is one ammeter which is going to show you the measurement of the current. So these values you will be filling it up, and you are supposed to calculate all the rest of the values what you are going to see it on the screen. So you are supposed to calculate what is the power factor, what is the resistance of the coil, what is the inductive reactance, what is the inductance of the coil, or what will be the voltage that is appearing across the resistive component of the coil as well as the inductive component of a coil. So all these parameters you are supposed to do the calculation. So let me just explain you by taking one particular reading. So this is just an assumption what I am going to take over here as an example. Say I have obtained the reading something like this. So in my source voltage, the voltmeter has shown me the reading of say 80 volts. This is Vs, and Vr reading is obtained as equal to 14 volts, and last it is V coil, that is the voltage which is appearing across the choke coil will be obtained as equal to say 75 volts. And finally the ammeter, that is the current reading, is shown as 0.127 amperes. So these are the readings what you have obtained in this particular first case. So first case, if I am having all these values obtained in terms of three distinct voltmeter reading as well as one ammeter reading, then how I am supposed to make the calculations. So now just look into the diagram once, that is the vector diagram once. So here if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, so Pythagoras theorem, if I am applying for this particular triangle, I can calculate the voltage across the coil, that is V coil square, as equal to VR coil square plus VL coil square. So let me just write that expression once. So from the diagram we can write V coil square as equal to say VR coil square plus this is VR coil square plus VL coil square. So this is one equation what we have. If I apply the Pythagoras theorem for the outer triangle, that is this particular triangle, if I apply the Pythagoras theorem, I can write VR plus VR coil the whole square plus VL coil the whole square is nothing but equal to Vs square. So for this outer triangle, if I am applying the Pythagoras theorem, I can write the expression as equal to Vs square is equal to VR plus VR coil the whole square plus VL coil the whole square. So this is the expression for the second, that is the outer triangle. So from this we can write the expression, or we can simplify the expression, and we can calculate what is this VR coil square. So VL coil square, we can write it from this particular first expression as Vs square is equal to, same way, that is VR plus VR coil square plus, so I I know the value of VL coil square from the previous expression. VL coil square can be written as equal to V coil square minus VR coil square. So let me just write that expression, which is equal to V coil square minus V R coil square. So this is the expression we are having now. Further, if I apply the equation for a plus b the whole square, that is a square plus 2ab, it is in terms of 2vr VR coil plus VR coil square. So this is what the expression we are going to obtain in terms of a plus b the whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, plus continue it with the previous expression itself, that is plus v coil square minus v R coil square. So this is the final expression we are obtained with. So now if you see this equation, here VR coil square term and minus VR coil square term will get cancelled out, and you are remaining with this particular expression. From this, I am knowing that the unknown parameter is only the VR coil. So we can have the expression for VR coil as VR coil is equal to V Vs square minus V R square minus V coil square divided by 2 V R. So this is the expression in order to calculate the value of the resistive coil voltage. So you are having a resistive component present in a coil whose voltage can be calculated by using this particular equation. So that gives me the value of this VR coil. So in your tabular column you have VR coil. So if I calculate the value of VR coil from this equation, I will be obtaining the value as say equal to, I am having the Vs value obtained as 80. So Vs square becomes equal to 80 square minus Vr is obtained as 14. So Vr square is minus 14 square. Again minus V coil, we got it as 75. So substitute it as 75 square and divide it by 2 and multiply it with the factor of Vr, which is nothing but equal to 14 volts. So if you calculate it, 80 square minus 14 square minus 75 square divided by 2 into 14 will give us a solution of around 20.67 volts. So the unit is volts for the voltage across the coil. So you know now what is the voltage that is appearing across the resistive component of a coil. So as I already explained you, your coil will be having a resistive component as well as an inductive component. So this particular value is denoted as VR coil, and this particular voltage we are going to designate it as the inductive component voltage appearing across a coil. So it is VL coil. So next we will calculate what will be the voltage that is appearing across the inductive component of a coil. So from this equation, that is from the equation of your V coil square is equal to VR coil square plus VL coil square, I can write the value of VL coil as equal to square root of V coil square minus VR coil square. So I can write this equation as, say, which implies the value of VL coil will be equal to square root of V coil square minus V R coil square. So from this I can write the value of VL coil. If I calculate, it is square root of V coil. We have obtained it from the voltmeter reading as 75. So it is 75 square minus VR coil. Just now we obtained the value as 20.67 whole square. So if I calculate this, the value we will be obtaining it as 72.09 volts. So in this particular case, we have obtained the value of VL coil. So VL coil, you can substitute it as 72.09 for the first case. So next, similarly, I can calculate what will be the R coil and what will be the L coil. So let me explain you how to calculate those values. So we have obtained the different values for the voltages. So now our next step is to calculate what is the resistance component, what is the inductance component, or in terms of a reactance XL, and the value of power factor and all we are supposed to compute now. So let us start with the calculation of the resistive component of a coil. So the resistive component of a coil, that is R coil is given by an equation of VR coil divided by the current I. So for the first case, we have considered the experimental value 80 volts for Vs, 14 volts for VR, and coil voltage as 75 volts. From that we calculated what is the value of the resistive component of the coil voltage, and we got the value for that as equal to 20 point, say 67 volts, divided by the value of current. The value of current we have obtained it from the first reading as equal to 0.127 amps. So if I calculate this factor, the resistive component of the coil will yield me a value of around 162.81 ohms. So this will be the value for your R coil, that is the resistance appearing across the coil. So this particular value is around 162.81. Now I am supposed to calculate what will be the XL value, or what will be this particular inductance reactance. So I can calculate the value of XL by using this particular equation, that is simple concept. V is equal to IR. Instead of R I am having XL. Instead of V I will be having the inductive voltage appearing across the coil, and it has to be divided by the current I. So VL coil, we obtained the value as equal to 72.09 volts, which will result, sorry, we have calculated, we have obtained the experimental value of current as 0.127 amps. This is 0.127 amps. So if I calculate 72.09 divided by 0.127, it will yield us the value of 567.63 ohms. So this will be the inductive reactance. So from this, if I want to calculate the inductive components, that is the L coil, I can use the equation as XL divided by 2 pi f. So L value of a coil, so you know XL is equal to 2 pi into FL. So L is nothing but L coil, which can be written as equal to XL divided by 2 pi into F. It depends upon the frequency. If I assume the value of frequency as equal to 50 hertz over here, we have obtained the value of inductive reactance as equal to 567.63 is the inductive reactance, divided by 2 pi into 50. So this will yield us a value of around 1.8 or 1.806 approximately. You may get this particular value in terms of a unit called as Henry. So this is how you are going to calculate what is the inductance of the coil. So inductance of a coil is calculated, inductive reactance is calculated, the resistance which is appearing across the coil is done. So at the end we are remaining with the calculation of the power factor, that is the calculation of cos theta. So cos theta value is nothing but equal to R plus the value of the coil resistance. This is given from the tabular column. Let me also explain how to take it from this vector diagram. Say this is the value of theta. So if I calculate this into, or if I convert this particular vector diagram representation in terms of an impedance triangle, so this is just R, this is just the coil resistance, that is R coil, and this one it is the impedance, say Z. So now if I want to calculate what is cos theta from here, so if I apply the Pythagoras theorem for the entire triangular structure, so it is R plus R coil divided by Z. So R plus R coil divided by Z, R value you know, R coil value you know, Z value you can calculate. How to calculate the value of R? I know the value of VR. VR value is equal to 14 volts. So from this you calculate what is the value of R. So R value is nothing but equal to VR divided by I. So to calculate the value of R, it is nothing but VR divided by I. So you will be getting the value, VR value from the experiment we have noted that the value of VR is 14 volts and the value of I is 0.127 amps. Similarly calculated what is the value of R coil, which is 162.81 ohms. Similarly calculate what is the value of Z, because I know what is the value of XL coil over here. So this one, if I consider it as XL of a coil, so I know this particular value also. Similarly I can calculate what is the value of Z. Z value will be equal to square root of X coil, or I can write it as XL. So from here itself I have VL coil divided by I. So I have already calculated what is XL. So XL square plus R plus R coil, this much whole square, will be the value of your Z. XL value is nothing but equal to 567.63 ohms. R value 14 divided by that is 0.127, you will be getting the value of R. Then the value of R coil you have obtained it as 162.81. So calculate, you will be knowing what is the value of Z. So substituting all those values, you will be getting what is the value of Z. So after calculating the value of Z, you can just substitute it in the value in the equation of cos theta, and you will be obtaining what is the value of the final cos theta. So according to my calculation, cos theta will come around 4 sorry 0.4, maybe approximately equal to this range. You can just check it out, 0.43. So from this particular calculation we have seen how to find out the various parameters. So if I want to write down the values what I have obtained, so for the first case, say I will write this as serial number 1. So for the first case I have considered the value of Vs as equal to 80. This is in terms of unit volt. This is also in terms of unit volt. This is in terms of unit volt. So VR, I have considered the example, that is the reading I have obtained it as 14 volts. Coil voltage is 75 volts and the current reading is 0.127, and the power factor, that is cos theta, approximately I will consider it as obtained in terms of 0.43. Then I have calculated what is the coil resistance. So for the first reading I have obtained it as 162.81. So this is in terms of an unit ohm, and XL I had calculated and I have found it around 567.63. Again its unit is in terms of ohms. And finally I had calculated what is the inductance that is appearing across a choke coil, and I have obtained it as 1.806 approximately, and for this I have the unit in terms of Henry. Similarly, you can continue it for the different set of readings, say 100 volts, 150 volts, something like that, and you can complete the table. Hope you understood how to draw the phasor or the vector representation for 3 voltmeter method to find out the different parameters of a choke coil, and how to do the experiments and how to take down the 3 voltmeter reading along with 1 ammeter reading, and how to do the different calculation in terms of voltage, power factor as well as inductor and resistor values. Thank you for listening.